In this video, I'm going to share 3 design tips that I walked away with from this book, as well as 3 plants that I'm dying to try. So if you've ever looked at your outdoor space and thought, I want something more beautiful, but I'm not really sure where to start, this video might be helpful. So I just finished one of the most inspiring gardening books I've read in a long time. This book is called Containers in the Garden, and it was written by the Danish gardener Claus Dalby. Now, Claus doesn't need an introduction from me. His work is absolutely amazing, and he's written many, many books. The thing that's fantastic about this book is it's written in English. Hi, I'm Sue from Garden Moxie. Welcome to my patio. I just recently moved to Kentucky. I originally gardened in Michigan. I'm just at the beginning of reimagining this outdoor space, but it's already starting to feel like mine. And this book has made me realize that even here in my simple Kentucky patio, with the right styling, I can create an amazing space. So I'm taking the new design lessons that I've learned from this book and applying them to my new Kentucky garden. Claus Dalby is a beloved Danish gardener, author, and TV personality, and he's known for his beautiful romantic approach to gardening. He's often referred to as the Scandinavian Martha Stewart. He's famous for creating lush, colorful flower displays, particularly with tulips, dahlias, and container gardens. And he has an eye for detail and a real passion for bringing beauty into everyday life. He shares his gardening wisdom through books, social media, and television, making it accessible and incredibly inspiring. What really sets Claus apart is his warm, down-to-earth style. His own garden in Denmark is a floral paradise, and he's always inviting people through his videos, photos, and stories. And he shows us that gardening is as much about joy and creativity as it is about plants. Reading Claus's book completely shifted how I think about container gardening. And there were 3 design ideas that really stood out to me in this book. The first design concept that I want to cover is this notion of using one specific plant per container. This might seem like a simple design element, but this is very powerful, and it allows you to keep a display moving through the entire garden season because you can easily swap out plants once they start to fade. And let me give you a simple example. So if you picked a color scheme for your container display that was pink and gray, you can envision like how early in the springtime you could have some containers that brought the color pink in using pink tulips. Once those tulips faded, you could replace those containers with pink pansies or also pink early blooming flowers like geraniums or cranesbill. As you moved into the middle of the summer, you could replace those blooms again with something pink like lupins. As you moved into the later season, you've got dahlias available to you that are in a pink color. And then you can move right into autumn, into the late winter, using chrysanthemums and then also heather. I think that this concept of one plant per container is a super powerful design concept. The second design concept covered in the book is all about planning your color palette first. Before you buy a single plant, you want to think about the tones that you want to work with. Are you interested in soft pastels or deep burgundies or fresh greens? Do you want something really vivid, or are you looking for something more subtle and romantic? And then choose the plants that support that vision. Claus uses every type of plant imaginable, from bulbs and perennials to foliage plants, even small shrubs. And he creates an incredible mix of containers that feels dynamic and cohesive. It's the colors that really elevate the design from ordinary to extraordinary. And the third design concept that I walked away with from reading this book was to also think about the containers and how the containers themselves interact with the color scheme and interact with one another. All of these things together make the design cohesive. You can just look at the picture on the cover of the book to see this in action. All of these colors go together, and all of the containers are similar. In this case, you can see that there's a variety of terracotta pots being used. I would say that the thing I enjoyed the most about this book was the level of detail that was included for the plants that are used in Claus's displays. He took painful detail to tell us exactly what variety he used and kind of gave us an insight into how he selects his different color schemes. He is very creative and very much an artist. I really appreciated the fact that he included all of the variety names, because what that allowed me to do was to look these plants up to see where I could purchase these plants myself, or at least find a variety of plant that was similar. There were 3 plants that stood out for me in the book because I saw them in more than one color scheme. And I wanted to share those 3 plants because I think that they could be important plants for our own container displays. The first plant I want to talk about is Selaginella apoda. It's also referred to as meadow spike moss. We're used to seeing this as a tropical plant. I found a source for this plant on the Plant Delights Nursery website, and I love the description that they give. They say that this plant just doesn't get any respect, which is often what happens when a plant has no flowers, no leaves, and not much in the way of roots. This is a great plant for us to add to our container gardens. It very much looks like a bowl of moss, which I think has a great texture to add. The second plant that I noticed in the book was this Heuchera called Peppermint Spice. And it's not really desired for the blooms as much as the foliage. Now, this particular plant I did find on the Bluestone Perennial website, although it looks like this is sold out. So, and it seems like this might be an archival page. So again, I am hoping that I can find this at a local nursery, but this Heuchera, Peppermint Spice, is a plant I definitely want to try. The last plant that I want to share is a sedum, and the variety is Blue Cushion. This is actually a Proven Winners plant, and I just wanted to share, just look at this gorgeous foliage. So this is definitely a sedum that I want to try in containers. According to the book, it grows really well in containers, and you can see it's got this great steel blue color. And so I love the color, and I think that this is a plant that I definitely want to try to get this season. Now, relative to my patio, I thought that, just looking at the design tips in the book, this area here is the perfect area to stage a display of different types of containers. And I think it'll be fun to pick out a good color combination, things that can move through the whole season. So I'm gonna start thinking and picking out some bulbs. I wanna have some daffodils for the spring. And I think that this area here would be perfect for building up different layers of containers. Now, one of the things that people have asked is where to find larger containers that are more affordable. This is a challenge for all of us, trust me. But I wanted to show you, it's not a huge container, but it's like a medium-sized container. Well, it's going to be a container that I use that I found at IKEA. And I grabbed some of these waste paper baskets, and I think that these are going to make great containers once I drill the bottoms of them. So these were only $2 a piece. They're plastic, I realize. They are initially intended to be waste baskets, but all I'm going to do is drill the bottoms, and I'll be able to use these, make sure that there's good drainage, and I'll be able to use these for some very affordable containers. And again, I'll be able to reuse these plants that I put in these containers back into the garden and actually take these with me when we go to our permanent home. So that is going to be more cost effective. So if you've got some great tips on container gardening plants that have worked great for you, I'd love it if you could share them in the comments. Thanks so much for being here. That's it for this video, and we'll see you in the next one.